You want to get better, right? All right. Shots! Shots! Chop, snap, get them off your hands. Got it? 1, 2, 3. Bounce it out, bounce it out. Feet don't stop, move your feet, let's go. Here we go, stance, sprawl. Get on that leg, right to that leg. Sprawl, get to his legs.
Let's go. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Let's go. Let's go. I'm whipping around on like 600 acres. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You just better not ask for no favor. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This love for my brothers in debt to a trader. Let's go. She might decide to say no to me now, but say yes to me later. Let's go.
The only ones that want you to be better is your family.
You know, let's start talking about the kids who aren't ever talked about.
Exactly. Welcome to Jersey Mat Chat. This episode is sponsored by Beato Baits, 5-inch stick baits designed by a wrestler, built to win. With a range of color options and a perfect sink rate, these things will get bites when nothing else will. And don't miss the mystery color, made from leftover plastic each week, melted down and molded into one-of-a-kind baits. No two are the same, but they all catch. Perfected for anglers who just want to catch more fish. So, if you're grinding on the mat, take that same energy to the water. Beato Baits, B-E-A-T-O. Tough to beat, easy to fish. Check for the link in the description of this episode, or you can find them on Etsy.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to Mat Chat. We're here at Sure Thing Wrestling Club in Lakewood, New Jersey. I'm here with Vincent Santaniello. Vince, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
This is your backyard.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have a lot of childhood memories growing up here. You're probably practically born on these mats. Anything you want to share as far as what this means to you, having your own club, and as you can call it your own?
Yeah, no, this is definitely my second home. I remember growing up, my dad never really pushed us to wrestle, but he knew what he was doing. He would always have us here, it's kind of like he was babysitting us here. And most of the time though, it was us getting kicked off the mat because we weren't paying attention or my brother was falling asleep on the mat. But no, it's awesome. This place is definitely home for me.
Did you ever open up Christmas gifts inside this wrestling room?
No, that's a good idea though.
Okay, never had any birthday parties or anything like that?
No,
none of that
no.
stuff. All right, just, you never know.
Yeah.
So, you went to Brick Memorial High School, you graduated in 2021, grabbed the state title. How many times were you in the finals?
Two.
Okay,
Yeah.
2-time finalist, you grabbed the state title. You went on to bigger and better things into college.
Yeah.
Let's talk us through that. Now, when you were coming out of high school, what were some of the schools you were considering, looking at, wanting to go to?
University of North Carolina. UPenn was definitely big. Rutgers was big. Naval Academy. And I talked to Maryland for a good bit, but I would say the other schools were probably the bigger ones.
And you started off at the Naval Academy?
Yeah, I went to the Naval Academy prep school. You're not allowed to redshirt there.
Okay.
So I went to the prep school first, and that was kind of like my redshirt year.
So is that basically, that's a, what do you call it, a gap year?
Yeah, it's like a gap year. It's like, and then it just kind of gets you, introduces you to what's going to happen when you get to the Naval Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what happened there?
It was just, a lot to deal with. I went there thinking, I'm going to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
And I get the benefits from the Naval Academy, but I didn't really think about listen, you're gonna wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. You're gonna get yelled at in the beginning. I probably tried to leave 20 times in the first week, and then I got over it. And just throughout the year, I just realized it wasn't for me. But I had nothing but good things to say about Colat and the Naval Academy. I made some of my best friends are still there. And
How strict was it there?
I got in trouble a little bit there, so it was a little more strict for me. But you know, you'd have weekends where you could go off base. You'd have weekends where you couldn't go off base. But you know, some guys are built for it. You know, some guys probably wouldn't even think it was strict.
I've heard stories where they take your cell phones for weeks at a time. Is you know, is that true?
Yeah, I that's what happened to me.
Okay, what
Yeah.
you got caught taking it back?
The first in the beginning they take your phone and then you're in boot camp. So
Okay.
that I just didn't have a phone. And then you know, like stuff like if you were off base when you shouldn't have been, they could, you know, 15 days no phone, and you like you'll have formation like where it's called restriction, and then you'll have formation on these times with you know, these clothes. You got to have everything down pat. Your boots got to be shined, and if they're not, the day doesn't count.
Like the movies.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So you left there on good terms.
Yeah. No. I mean, Colette is still like. I mean, I haven't talked to him in a while actually, but I love Kerry Colette. He's a great dude, and I have nothing.
What's he like off the mat?
Off the mat? Just a good guy.
Okay.
Just a good guy.
Intense?
Off the mat? I mean, I'm scared of him. Definitely scared of him, but
He's a bad dude.
yeah, but
He's a bad dude.
he's just a great guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from there you go to Pitt.
Yes.
All right. Now let's pick up from leaving Navy, going to Pitt. After you left Navy, did you know you were going to Pitt, or
No.
how did that process go?
Yeah, so Drew Headley, who's one of the coaches at Pitt, is really good friends with Kerry Colette. He actually lived with Kerry Colette for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, and Colette really liked me, so he kind of reached out to them and said like, hey, like, you know, like, and I was late, so some of these guys could lowball me with money.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I had no, they had the upper hand. Like I needed a place to go.
Yeah.
So they could kind of, you know, get me for a little cheaper. And Colette just told them, like, listen, you need to do right by this kid and really help me out. I was going to go to Oklahoma, and actually Colette called me, and he was like, listen, you're not your brother, because my brother was going there.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, you're not your brother. You're not going to like it there. I think Pitt's the place for you. And just,
So that was a straight referral.
yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't talk to them in high school, like, never talked to them in high school, yeah.
So you get to Pitt. Tell us about Pitt, the university itself, not wrestling, just the campus.
At first, when I first went there, I don't like the city. Like, when we go to New York City, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
But
Same way.
It just grew on me. And then, you know, I went there probably 2-3 times, and like once you figure out like what's campus and what's not, it's really easy for me to be like, this is a campus, when it's really not. Like, you're in the city, and like if you went to Pitt and like I was like, hey, this is the campus, you'd be like, no, this is just the city. You wouldn't even know you're on campus.
You don't. Oh, it's no vibe at all.
But I mean, it's flooded with college kids.
Okay.
But it's also a city, so it's not just college kids there either.
Interesting.
Yeah. But there's also 4 schools all in the same vicinity, so it's just like, it's a college town, but in a city. So it's like, it's a strange dynamic, but it's awesome, and it's really cool. I loved it.
Interesting. Now you were at Pitt for 2 years, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
You were
3
at
years.
Pitt for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Now from Pitt, you left Pitt.
Yes.
Okay. Now before we get into where you ended up, what happened at Pitt?
So I had definitely a different college career. My freshman year, you know, I talked about, you know, just going right in and going 125. I was wrestling pretty good in the room. Wrestling pretty good in the room for a short amount of time, because in the preseason I was wrestling with them. I got in, started wrestling with them, and in the first real practice of the year, I tore my labrum. So that was it. I needed surgery right away, like a 9-month recovery. So I redshirted my freshman year, come back the following year, and
Did you medical redshirt?
No.
Okay.
So I still have it technically.
Right.
I could still do it, but it just redshirted. And then following year, I go in, wrestle 133. I didn't really have an off season. I kind of came back late. Had a summer to train, so not bad, but not like most guys. And then I had some good wins, some bad losses, some good moments, but ultimately didn't wrestle great. And I actually found out, I kind of knew. And towards the end of the year, it got worse. I tore my other shoulder that year. So I got surgery right after that season.
Now these weren't reoccurring injuries, were they?
No, I never really got injured in high
Okay.
school. Yeah, so so that season ends. Was gonna get surgery, but find out I'm an alternate for nationals So I had to go to nationals and weigh in knowing I'm not going to wrestle. So that was kind of like,
So you go in and weigh, if you're an alternate, you go in and weigh in case another guy doesn't make weight.
yeah. And as bad as it sounds, I'm hoping, or a guy, you know, maybe he's banged up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for another guy to not wrestle, which is it's bad, but you know, you can be hopeful, but you know it's unrealistic.
Yeah.
So but at the same time, it might have been better off. I would have had, if I actually qualified for nationals, I would have been like a 16, 17 seed. But
Okay.
if I got in as an alternate, I would have been the 33 seed.
That's crazy.
And I mean, my shoulder was gone. I couldn't really tie up with it. It was falling out of my sleep. It was bad. So I get surgery, 9-month recovery, come back in, no off season again really. But again, I'm excited to compete. Like this should be it. This is it. I'm done with it. And in December of last season, 8 matches in, I tore my ACL. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
But, all right. So now that was, you tore your AC.
My
Your ACL when? Like what year? Let's go to year.
So my 3rd year at Pitt. So last year, this last season, we were actually wrestling Ryder. I was like, me and my brother were excited. We're like, we get to go home.
Yeah.
It's Christmas break right after this. And last match of the day. And I came off the mat, and I knew something was wrong, but it just kind of like, you know, you get banged up. And then I sat down for a little bit, and I couldn't stand up right away. And I went to my dad, and I was just like, I think I hurt my knee really bad. And he obviously doesn't want to hear that. And he was just like, he was like, no, he wasn't even, he just said, no, you're fine. Like, you just walk it off. You could just be hurt after the match, and then just swelled up and found out.
So did that lead? Well, did you have all the resources that you felt you needed at Pitt?
100%. Okay. Just like Navy, I have nothing bad to say about Pitt, and you know, those are my guys over there. It's but the whole team is just like, they're some of my best friends, and like they'll be my friends for life. And again, my brother's there. It's like what he likes, I like. What I like, he likes. It's we're pretty similar in that aspect. And the coaches, like, they gave me everything they could, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. And for a little bit, I was thinking about, you know, just being done with the sport, medically retiring, because like Pitt was awesome. It was a good place. And then, you know, it's hard to walk away from something you've been doing your whole life.
So why did you leave? What ultimately led you out of Pitt?
I just felt like I needed some sort of change. I went 3 for 3 with, you know, if it was like, you know, a thumb, or if it was like, I don't know, a sprained ankle.
So you felt bad mojo?
Just like 3 major surgeries in 3 years. I feel like if I'm not going to change anything, then, you know, something's got to change if I want to change it.
So it was your decision?
It was,
It was your decision?
100%.
Okay. So, excuse me, so you left Pitt and you go to TCNJ.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now that's interesting. Now, leaving Pitt, did you have a destination in your mind where you were going to go?
TCNJ.
You kind of knew that's where you were going.
Yeah, I knew I was going to go to TCNJ. I think part of me too, you know, I didn't want to make, like, I'm leaving a Division I program to go to another Division I program. Like, that kind of just looks like, you know, I'm faulting the coaches, or I'm faulting the school, which that's not at all what I was doing.
Right.
And again, I thought about, you know, leaving the sport. So I needed something to change. And, you know, sometimes some of these guys get roped up in, you know, Division I's, like, gotta be Division I. And I had success in Division I. I mean, my freshman year, I was ranked in the country. I was ranked pretty high at one point. I was wrestling well, but again, it wasn't really wrestling. It was just more of like, I needed to let my body rest, and you know, I just wanted to compete, and I wanted to have fun again. It was hard to have fun when I just kept getting hurt over and over again.
So you're at TCNJ right now.
Yeah.
You have a year there. You're coming into your first wrestling season.
Yes.
Okay. You've been there long enough, though. If you had to do it all over again, would you just go to TCNJ route?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You like the path that you chose to take.
100%. And I've said this before to people, because they ask, you know, they don't know why I left. Sorry. But if I never got hurt and I had everything going for me, I'd still be at Pitt.
Okay. So off the mat, what's the difference between D1 and D3? What did you sense off the mat?
Well, there's pros and cons for both, I think. You know, as in Division III, like, I guess it could be either, however you take it. It's like, you're not getting maybe as many perks. Like in Division I, we had a lot of resources, like I said, like academic resources, athletic resources. Where Division III, you have those things, but maybe not to like the fullest extent. And maybe instead of like at Division I, we had a wrestler academic advisor, or which we do at TCNJ actually, but we had certain things where it was like there was maybe 4 nutritionists instead of 1 at Division III. But then at Division I, too, you have a lot more eyeballs on you. The teachers know who you are. The teachers are coming to the matches sometimes. Sometimes teachers don't like wrestling.
Yeah.
Sometimes teachers don't like sports, and they know know you're an athlete right away. And I think you can kind of slide by as a student. Now that I'm at TCNJ, especially, like, I can kind of slide by as a student and like blend in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say a target on your back, Division I, but people are watching, and always off the mat, on the mat, whenever. So,
is Division III more geared toward academics? Would you say?
I mean, TCNJ is a good academic school, so we're also a wrestling school. We're ranked top 10 in the country, and we've gotten some hammers on our lineup now.
Yeah,
so
you do.
I don't want to say like we're academics, like strictly academics, but I mean
more of a balance at the D3 level.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
So what's your advice to kids who are currently going on visits now? You remember 4 years ago when you were excited, you were, taking visits, you were considering colleges. What's your advice to those feeling like it's D1 or nothing?
I think it's just silly. I mean, wrestling's wrestling. Mm-hmm. I was that guy.
Yeah.
I was going D1.
Yeah.
That was it. Some guys, you see some guys who you would think should go Division III, do great in Division I. You see some guys who you think are going to be great in Division I.
Of course.
Doesn't pan out. So
of course.
Wrestling's wrestling, no matter where you go.
So do you as far as when you arrived at TCNJ, what's the first thing that you noticed comparison to a D1 program to a D3 program? Is there anything that stuck out that made you go, holy shit, this is very similar, or wow, this is totally different?
I mean, practices are very similar, conditioning's very similar, wrestling's wrestling again. But, facilities, money, it's changed a lot. I think I matured a little bit as a wrestler. And of course I want to win a national title. Of course. But my main goal these next 2 years, I just want to have fun again. I feel like I haven't in a long time wrestling. It's felt like a job. And
do you ever feel like you were wrestling more for your dad than yourself?
No.
At any point? Okay. How about more for your mom than yourself?
Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. But no, my dad, if anything, he's just made me like the sport more. Okay. He did it really, really well. And I mean, it's got to be tough being a wrestling coach. I mean, his one son, Anthony, my brother, was terrible. And I mean, if I was a dad, I'd be upset. I'd probably tell him to stop. But he didn't push him. He let him go, and now he's really good. But no, my dad was huge. And I think that if he coached me any different, I wouldn't be as good as I am.
Yeah.
He was perfect.
That's awesome. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Listen, it's really important that, like I said, we touched on it before. Not enough kids get a chance, well, outside of those who know you, but not enough kids get a chance to sit down in front of a current college wrestler. And we try to provide that interaction through our podcast. And I think a lot of the answers that you gave me could help some of the kids currently contemplating where they're going to end up in college, what level they're going to end up in college. Because let's face it, there's a lot of ego involved. It's a social media driven social life now. And, I can't wait to go visit here and show everyone that I'm here. Oh, well, I can't post that because that's a D2 school or that's a D3 school. Yeah. It's stupid. Mm-hmm. It's stupid. I mean, wrestling is wrestling, like you said, and I agree with you. And it's just, you're the perfect example of the things that I try to preach to kids, that if you love the sport, you don't know where your destination is going to be. Yeah. Sometimes you don't know how the journey is going to end. Sometimes you just keep going, you keep plugging, you keep grinding. It's a great 100%. Thing, and I'm glad that you share that with us.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're the man. Appreciate you, buddy.
Attention, wrestling fans, parents, and future state champs. this is your podcast. We're shining a light on the toughest high school New Jersey wrestlers and coaches who are building warriors one takedown at a time. Follow us, like, and subscribe on your favorite platform. Doesn't cost you anything, but it goes a long way to support the show. Don't just watch the journey, be part of it.